Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Superior. And this is a new thriller from writer-director Aaron Vasilopoulos. And this is a new film that is streaming on the Criterion Channel and focuses on Marian, who's on the run to her hometown to hide out with her identical twin sister Vivian. And we have Marian and Vivian, played by Alessandra and Annie Mesa, two actual twins, who are... The film overarching story is very noirish. The style is very noirish. It has an interesting look to it. There's a graininess, a texturedness, and cinematographer Mia Chiaffi Henry does a fantastic job of bringing life and vibrance to the way that this film looks. This story has a lot of potential here with Marian on the run, and there's danger at every step behind her. And you have this dynamic of these two twins coming from very different perspectives, who have very different approaches to life, and are in conflict with each other as they're sharing this home. And you have Vivian's husband, Robert, played by Pico Alexander, who has his own problems and perspectives on, like, his sister-in-law staying with them, even though, like, in many ways I don't think he's being very reasonable, but in some ways he is being very reasonable and very understanding of his wife and his wife's sister. You have this dynamic that I feel like there could be more depth here. I feel like there could be more intrigue to these characters and more layers to them. I do feel like visually this film is very interesting and engaging. Overarching story has a lot of great ideas and is very interesting. The execution is a little bland, it's a little flat, and I don't think this film ever finds its urgency to get to where it needs to go to keep us engaged for the full hour and 39 minutes of this film. And by the time we get to the end, it feels a little too late, half-baked, and not poignant enough. It doesn't really land the way that we want. There's some tension. There's some solid tension, and I think from a directing standpoint, it works in some ways, but just from a satisfaction, I just feel like this film didn't have enough steam to get to where it's finally hitting its climax. And I think it only really skates across the surface of what themes and ideas this film could be tackling when it comes to siblings and sibling trauma and dynamics, because there's so much to build off of here, and it never really fully puts its foot in. It just kind of like dips its toes in, and it could have been a lot more, it could have been deeper and more engaging in that way, but it chooses to just be fine and serviceable, and that doesn't feel enough. And by the time it does happen, feel like a lot of the luster was gone. And this story's filled with deceit and lies and all the trademarks of, like, this neo-noir that we have going on here with its very distinct look. But in the end, it definitely feels like more style than substance, and that lack of substance really holds us back from having a truly satisfying experience. But those are my thoughts on Superior. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.